Today, on units which aren't very good, but if ranked up to rank 9 and taken by Sladex, might actually work, we've got River Trolls. How's that for a name of a series? Anyway, yeah, back on Warhammer 2 today, we've got a whole horde of River Trolls led by Skarsnik. That's 5 River Trolls, not even including the ROR. These are all just straight up rank 9 River Trolls. There's no, I forget what they're even called. Swamp things, that's it, right? I think that's it. Anyway, Skarsnik, Orc Shaman, we've also got the big and rogue idol, just, you know, to really round things out, and then a black orc boss. Up against the vampire counts, Manfred von Karstein coming in with some Hex Wraiths, Black Knights, he's got the Claw Nagash, Mortis Engine, up front some zombies, we've got some skeletons, spears backing them up, Sternsmen, and a couple of Graveguard with great weapons as well. So it's kind of a, you know, standard-ish vampire counts build. No Blood Knights, which is interesting to see. Definitely going to come back to haunt him. But the Hex Race do have flaming damage, believe it or not. A lot of people don't know. Obviously, the Chill Guys Regiment now does not. But regular Hex Race do have flaming damage. And although they have magic damage as well, which in Warhammer 2 will make them net 0, basically, against Stone Trolls. And obviously, in Warhammer 3, that is going to be changed. So they'll just be straight up pretty good against Trolls. But let's see how they do here. Their charge and attack isn't all that spectacular, and these River Trolls have 50 melee defense with rank 9. Not to mention, of course, the Stench is going to lower the Hex Ray stats down to only 20. Fermented Fungi lowers their melee defense down to 0. And although there's a distinct lack... Oh, Fists of Gork, I was going to say. Distinct lack of magic damage, but no, Fists of Gork on those River Trolls, and they're able to easily pound it out. Speaking of pounding it out, I'm surprised the big and quite accurate here has been able to consistently hit the Claw of Nagash Mortis Engine, which is just great, honestly. The fact that it's able to get those direct hits makes me unreasonably happy. But let's see. 50 melee defense Trolls is definitely something that they could have some issues with. Absolutely. That being said, I mean, Skarsnik will provide also potentially a bonus versus large as well, right, with this Spite of the Bad Moon. And Fermented Fungi, as we've seen, can also kind of be an indirect support in that it lowers a unit's melee defense. But nice shots continuing from the big in here. We'll see if he chooses to consume HP for additional ammo. The River Trolls are going to defend the river. I mean, this is literally the Stir River map. I'm just realizing this now. I don't know why it took me until this point in the match to realize, but this is the River Trolls are defending their river against the foul Undead Horde. I actually love this, to be honest. And we're going to get some great cinematic shots of the River Trolls just going to town on the zombie horde. Second line of skeletons, a little bit late to follow up, but the spears, at least in theory, should help, right? You might think, but in reality, that high melee defense, keep in mind, of course, the fact that they have that little debuff, right? This swamp, whatever, overwhelming odor, -6 melee attack really means they have 56 effective melee defense, but look at this. Absolute horde just getting full surrounds. Each troll is going to be, you know, fighting multiple zombies and skeletons and whatnot. At the very least, the big one will be here to provide some big attacks, but let's see how they're able to hold. Outflanking with the skeleton spear is definitely a good idea. Manfred really should come down here and try and get a terror route, though, to be honest. Come attack, especially like just direct charge down on one of these flanks. This River Troll right here that's already wavering, if you were to come from this angle and charge directly down, you could get a hit here and then pull back without getting surrounded by the trolls, which is, I think, what the Vampire Counts player is kind of afraid of here, which I understand. Trolls are taking alarmingly little damage, it must be said, despite the fact their leadership is not doing great in certain circumstances. One actually does rout, and I guess that's the issue of a build like this, is the leadership is going to be terrible, even if the stats are actually surprisingly quite good. But anyway, oh, here comes the foot. Yes. Oh, it's been too long, my friends. Foot of Gork has to be, always has been, and continues to be one of my favorite spells in the series, and don't get to see it often enough playing and covering Warhammer 3, so there you go. Big old Foot of Gork does detonate a huge portion of that army. They might stabilize with the healing, but unfortunately for the Greenskins, the leadership issues have come home to roost, and now Skarsnik might potentially rout as well. We'll see. But the Trolls, the thing about the Trolls routing is they'll rout, they'll take some damage, but then they will get some more HP through healing during that time and should come back. Like here, these Black Knights over pursuing, the Trolls are going to start to come back and just beat them down, right? And the whole time, the Biggin and Skarsnik are able to continue to hold their leadership. The trolls should get the opportunity to start to come back and even creep ahead a little bit on the balance of power as they regenerate. So just absolute ridiculousness here. This unit of trolls might actually go off the field because Manfred's going to come in and kill a few of their unit models outright, so they can't heal nearly as much. But anyway, more river trolls charging in. Getting a nice impact on these grave guards mostly at this point. A lot of the lighter units have already been cleared out, but Skarsnik's holding his leadership together. It looks like we're going to get something. In spite of the bad moon, yeah, giving some anti-large, to those river trolls and trying to debuff the melee defense and everything of Claw of Nagash. Just finish off this unit. Not that the Mortis Drain is going to be crazy strong versus trolls, right? Given that they're monstrous infantry, but it's still not something you want to be dealing with as much as possible. Curse of Years on the vampire count side does nerf the offensive power of the Greenskins a bit there. Minusing their melee attack just a tad, but I don't know how much that's going to help in the grand scheme of things. Might be better to just commit for healing and maybe some zombie summons as well, just to continue to throw bodies once all of these grave guards are gone, because I mean, the trolls are having leadership issues, but the grave guards are too. And although crumbling isn't the biggest issue in the world, I mean, it's going to be a slow trickle of damage. You know, while they're taking the slow trickle of damage, they're potentially not dishing out that much damage. But oh man, this is, ooh, the Mortis Engine goes down at a critical moment. We almost had a big mass terror route right there of all of these these heroes in particular. Would have been a big disaster. But Skarsnik manages at least to stay on. Orc Shaman, it looks like, is gone, and Bob also. But these two river trolls are able to hold in. Ooh, Manfred's coming for that booty, though. Skarsnik immediately going to get terrified there. No question about that. Not surprising at all. But let's see. At this point, the Biggin's still over 50% HP, 7,500 to be honest. And oh no, this is a problem though. The trolls are going to start to shatter. Unfortunately, that unit had quite a bit left to give. Actually does fully shatter there. So let's see. Manfred, the dragon, might be too much at this point. Not enough support for the trolls, but let's see. I mean, if these undead would crumble out a little bit quicker, the fact that the passive healing of the Mortis Engine is gone also is very critical. Biggin could definitely kill Manfred, there's no question about that. It's just all a matter of leadership. So he's going to get a breath attack there. Does some pretty solid damage. Down about 1,000 HP from when we last checked in on him there. But notice how Slade now pulling back his river trolls. This is smart. He probably, to be honest, should have been trying to cycle charge them from the beginning. But this unit, unfortunately, did shatter. So he's down just the two of them alongside the Biggin and the Bob and the two. But yeah, Bob and the Orc Shaman here. Heroes. Looks like we got some Spearmen popping. Oh, Manfred's going for the characters, though. Vampire Counts player understanding what he needs to do to try and finish off leadership. But Manfred, some bad melee attack rolls, just gets absolutely punched in the face, kicked in the shins. And we're going to see another foot of Gork as the trolls, very clutch, managed to block. And look at how much HP damage that just did to the Sternsman. Basically just one-shotted the entire unit of the Sternsman, almost. Certainly finished off these other two Graveguard here. And now the Biggin and the clutch troll block, allowing for that foot of Gork. Now we're going to see some zombie summons. Manfred attempts to keep support units on the field for himself. But things are looking maybe a little grim for him. We'll see if these trolls are able to hold on to their leadership. Could be bad. This unit of trolls, still plenty of healing cast space. All 12 models still online. Just very angry, stinky, dancing trolls, apparently. Do a little bit of a shuffle here. Warhammer 3 shuffle. Just kidding. They're not flying. Anyway. Yeah, the Rogue Idol comes in, though, with the body check, sends Manfred back up into the air. And now the zombies and the Sternsmen should be gone relatively shortly. This unit of river trolls also likely to come back. The Biggin also can do this, which is to sacrifice a tiny bit of HP for some more ammo, and then throw rocks at Manfred if he just wants to sit in the sky. But Manfred choosing instead to come to the ground. Biggin just needs to start getting some attacks. Big old back clap right there, right on Manfred. Could you imagine there's an animation where he just like grabbed Manfred off the back of the dragon and threw him on the ground? Why do I want that so badly? Anyway, Yeah, I mean, more River Trolls coming back. Manfred might try and drop a charge here, but it looks like he might be lining up. I think he has one more breath left. Nope, looks like he's going to go for a bold charge onto the River Trolls. Does manage to shatter them instantly, but it does lead to this other unit of River Trolls coming back in. Summoned zombies are almost off their timer, but they pretty much just got killed regularly anyway. So we're going to fast forward a little bit as the Biggin throws rocks at Manfred, probably. Yep. Oh, swing and a miss there. And let's see. Ooh, gonna summon some more zombies and try and continue to cycle charge here. But yeah, I mean, the Biggin has 6,000 HP at this point. Manfred, I think, total has like 7,000 or so on the dragon, if I remember right. So it's in terms of raw HP, it's a pretty rough situation to be in, no doubt. And he might be able to rout the trolls here, but both of the heroes for the Greenskins do seem to be holding out just fine. So going to be some more fast forward as Manfred tries to fly around, gets some cycle charge, hits the trolls, does some damage, but doesn't actually rout them. The mass of the Biggin at this point is going to be pretty real. Oop, oop. Did he get a hit there? Nope, I don't think he actually got a hit. Now this vampire player... yeah. I won't say a lot, but, I mean, we know the outcome of the game is pretty much decided at this point. The cheeky magic missile from the Orc caster just finishing off Manfred. And there you go, 528 kills at the end of the day for the Biggin. And I guess they weren't all rank 9 River Trolls, technically. You maybe could have swapped this one out for the ROR for the same cost. I'd have to go back and check, but 4,555 damage value on the Biggin. That's just amazing. Yeah, no Blood Knights, definitely in for the vampire counts in this matchup. I mean, they definitely would have helped deal with the River Trolls very efficiently as well, but they didn't, so River Trolls were able to get an exceptional amount of value in a couple cases. Very impressive kill totals. A couple of nasty foots of Gork, too, from the Orc Shaman there. And then the rest kind of just being here. To be honest, Manfred carries a lot of value. Some of the zombies are cost-effective. Doesn't take much. Spearman probably, yeah, I mean, it probably overinflated value a little bit from fighting the Trolls. Graveguard probably don't pay for themselves. Yeah, they have to struggle a little bit there in that particular situation, in the cavalry especially. Surprisingly, Claw of Nagash does pay for itself, which I did not expect that, to be honest. But again, I guess part of that is due to the feeling of the Trolls kind of inflating the value a little bit there. But anyway, wild build from Slade. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching that one. If you do like this sort of content, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Every time I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.